now. So we are live, right? We are live. And, you know, yesterday was an amazing day. That was the day we started off the chairman mentorship. And, you know, today we're going to follow that theme, right? I'm going to be giving you guys some crazy gems on that Michael Jordan mindset, that Michael Jordan mentality that I really adopted over the last couple of weeks or month, I should say. And not only that, we're going to be following everything that I've been giving you guys of recent as well. So we done a mentorship call on Sunday. So I'm going to be picking up on some of the facts that I gave you guys then. But not only that, I'm going to be adding some more fire in there for you guys as well. So let's get straight into it. So yesterday, right, for you guys that were on the call yesterday, I set the challenge of posting 10 times a day, right? If you weren't on the call yesterday, I want to set you that challenge right now, okay? And the first challenge I'm going to give you is never miss one of these calls, right? Never miss one of these calls. So go into your calendar right now. Go onto your notes right now. The first note you should be taking down is I will attend every chairman mentorship morning mindset call, right? Everyone, Monday to Friday. You don't want to miss these calls. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss these calls, right? So Monday to Friday, I would put that in the diary. I'd write that down. I'd block out an hour. When it gets to 10 a.m., you need to make sure you're on these calls. Right. And again, you know, if you're trying to master that the trading side of things, you want to make sure you're in Pips for breakfast as well. So go and put that in your diary. 2 hours of your day. And I'm telling you guys, 9 and 10 a.m., those 2 hours can completely change the whole game for you. Okay. So you want to make sure you're plugged in. Put that in your diary, commit to never missing it. But not only that, the next challenge that I set you guys is post 10 times a day on your story, on your Snapchat about business, about what you're doing, about trading, about growing your team, right? About becoming a multi-millionaire, about becoming a billionaire. Post about leadership, post about belief. So that's what I'm going to set you guys that challenge to do, right? 10 times a day, right? Ben said he's down 2 already, okay? So he's following yesterday's blueprint. He's already 2 up. And that's what I'm saying. If you miss a call, Ben was on the call yesterday. So Ben's got the information and he's running with the information. So he's already getting to the bag. He's already getting to success. But if you're missing these calls, you're going to be a step behind, right? So that's step number 1. Okay, you want to be posting 10 times every single day, right? You want to post 10 times a day. Now, I said that challenge yesterday, and it could be a motivational quote. You know, it doesn't have to be join my team. It can be a motivational quote. You want to get your audience thinking, right? Even if you have 1 view on Instagram, that person needs to be thinking about why should I join your team? If you're not posting about your business, I said this yesterday, it's like if McDonald's didn't have the yellow M, you wouldn't know it's McDonald's. So you wouldn't drive through and you wouldn't go to McDonald's to eat. It's the same thing, right? If you're not posting about your business, people don't even know what you're doing. So how do you expect your team to grow, right? How do you expect to call yourself an entrepreneur, right? And if you're just trading right now, because once upon a time, I was just trading myself. I said, you know what? Growing a team is a bit long. I was there and I had to realize I'm being selfish. I've got a skill set myself. I've learned the skill set. I would be so selfish not to share this with anyone. All right. So if you're just trading right now, that's totally fine. But you're being selfish because the same skill set you're learning, you can go and share that with someone else. Right. The same growth you're having, you can go and give that to someone else, someone that really needs it. But because you're not posting online, because you're not sharing what you're doing on social media, no one even knows what you're doing. Right. So that person that needs this opportunity, they can't even get access to it because you can't even plug them in because they don't know that you're doing it. Okay. So the first thing is this. Right, post 10 times a day. That's challenge. Challenge number 1, right? Challenge number 2 is, of course, never miss a call. Never miss one of these calls. Okay, so let's really get into that. Now, I know I set this challenge yesterday, and you know, just posting. You could screenshot this call right now. Go and screenshot this call right now. Post it on your Instagram. Put 10 a.m. chairman mentorship calls. Stuff like that. Because people say, oh, marketing's hard. Marketing's not hard. All you have to do is just market what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. You have to show people what you're doing, show people your lifestyle. That's all the marketing is. If you're plugged into a call, if you're plugged into Pips for breakfast, screenshot that and put it on your Instagram. If you're plugged into a Go Live session, screenshot that, put it on your Instagram. If you're plugged into, you know, the academy, you're learning about Fibonacci, screenshot that, put it on your Instagram. And make sure the caption makes people think. Make the caption make people want to do it. That's the whole point of marketing. You don't want to put something up and just be like, yeah, and just tag me. No. Someone done it. I said, bro, I said, no. I said, delete it. I said, go out there and think about the caption. right? Go and think about it and make other people think. Sometimes the reason why you guys aren't really growing a team is because it's not really looking attractive. You gotta ask yourself this. I said this to someone yesterday. I said, if you came across your page, would you prospect yourself? Right? We all want the perfect person that's gonna come into our team and help us go chairman. Would you prospect yourself? If you went onto your Instagram right now, would you say, hello, I've got an opportunity? Would you do that? And if the answer is no, then you got to really grow. You got to grow your page. You got to grow the way you're marketing things. You got to grow your account, your pictures. Because right now we're on lockdown, we can't really do, face-to-face meetings. We can't really go out there and speak to people. And the fact that you're saying, no, I wouldn't prospect myself, that's even telling you that the friends around you probably wouldn't want to do business with you either. So as you now start to grow and you start to think about the ideal prospect, right, and that becomes yourself, people are now going to notice that change around you, and that's what's going to make them want to join your team, family, right? So let's really get into it. So yesterday, I set the challenge of posting 10 a day. Now, for you guys that was on the call yesterday, go and drop a 10 in the chat if you actually, took on the challenge, and drop a 10 in the chat if you passed the challenge, right? If you posted 10 times a day about your business yesterday, go and put a 10 in the chat, right? Shout out to Zamzam, Steven, Hannah, let's go, right? AB, let's go, Jahil, 11, my guy. Matondo, let's get it, right? So I know yesterday we probably had at least, I don't know, I think we had maybe 50 on the call, but there's probably around 10 people that put 10. So for you guys that did hear the challenge and you didn't post 10 times a day, I want to know why. Tell me why, because I'm going to address that right now. I'm really going to address, why things don't get done. And I feel like that's something that needs to be spoken about, but people don't really want to talk about it. So it's just being a transparent conversation. I'm not even going to name you. You can message it to me privately. But if you heard me say, right, go out there and post 10 times on social media and you didn't do it, tell me why. Is it laziness? Is it, fear of what my friends think about me? Is it, because I need to know this stuff so I can address it and I can actually tell you how I got over it, how I overcame that problem myself, right? So what I want you to do is just go ahead, and if you was on the call yesterday, I told you to post 10 times a day, but you didn't, just go and post why. Don't be shy. Just be completely honest. I got busy, so I can talk about time management, or be like, I'm a bit shy on social media, so I can talk about how to break down that barrier, right? So as I'm waiting for that, as I'm waiting for your responses, I'm not getting any responses, so maybe everybody did post 10 times a day. And if that is the case, then you're all goats. But someone said, I wasn't on the call yesterday. I struggled to make stories look unique. Any advice for that? Perfect, right? So it struggles to make stories look unique. Well, the best thing with this is everybody's different, bro. So you're already unique. What you don't want to do is become that stereotypical trader where you're just posting charts. You're just posting, like calls and stuff like that. I heard this the other day and it really made me think, right? Someone said, people don't care about what you're doing, what the company is. People don't care about I am. People care about who I am, right? People care about who I am. And that's what I'm showing on social media. I don't just post, okay, yes, we have Gold Cup, we have the Harmonic Scanner, we have the Elite package, and we have the Platinum package. I post who I am. So what you got to do, you got to post yourself, because people make a decision not to do business with I am. People make a decision to do business with you. So you got to post who you are. You got to really let your personality come out. When you look at the likes of, some of the greats on social media, like a Charmin Mia that's really good on social media, it's because her interaction's crazy, because she shows who she is, right? So show who you are. Just talk to the camera, right? Put your face on the screen as well, and just talk to the camera. Let people know who you are, all right? Because everyone's unique. So the only way you wouldn't be unique is if you're doing what everyone else is doing, okay? So you want to make sure you go out there, you make your stories unique just by showing who you are. Don't just talk about I am. Talk about who I am. And then talk about what the company's done for you, how the company's made you grow. Okay, I'm gonna answer a couple more. Someone said work, bro. Well, that's time management, right? Work is not an excuse. That's 8 hours out of the day. I woke up at 5 a.m. today. I went to sleep at probably 1 or 2. So I slept for 3 hours, 4 hours, right? So if I slept for 3 to 4 hours, that's 20 hours of the day I still got left. If you're working a 9 to 5, that's only 8 hours out of the 20. If you're having the lifestyle I've got, right? So if I'm sleeping for 4 hours, I still got 20 hours of the day left to be productive. If I was working a job, 8 hours out of the 20 is still 12 hours. So technically, bro, you still had 12 hours out of your day to post on social media. So work is just the lamest excuse that I get from people because you're just not managing your time properly. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I'm not here to, be nice and work, okay. No, like it's dead. That's time management. There's something called a stop and start syndrome, right? People start this, and when you start this, you're so fired up. I'm going chairman. I'm going to be a 6-figure trader. It's already done, right? You're so fired up when you start this, and it's like, that's really cool. But it's like, when one thing happens, because you haven't scheduled your day, because you don't know what you're doing, right? And you haven't actually looked at your lifestyle and see how you can fit this in. When one thing comes up, boom, you're out of the game, right? Let's say there's a wedding or you take a holiday and you're gone for 2 weeks, you're out the game. Now that's called the stop-start syndrome. Now, how you get over that is by just saying, I'm gonna do an hour a day, right? An hour a day. I'm going to do an hour a day, right, on posting for my stories. I'm gonna do an hour a day on the academy. I'm gonna do an hour a day on Go Live, right? That's what you need to do. These are simple things that you need to do. If you can structure your day properly, just by time blocking, right? Blocking out time. So saying, I'm going to commit 2 hours a day to this, then it doesn't matter if you got work, 8 hours of your day gone. Guess what? This is only going to take 2. So if you check it out, that's 10 hours of the 24. So work's not an excuse. You simply need to time block. Write that down. Time block. I must time block. Okay, block out time. If you fail to plan, then you got a plan to fail. So the reason why you failed yesterday on posting 10 times a day is because you failed to plan out. You didn't plan it out. All right. So you got to plan out, an hour. I know it's going to take me maybe 30 minutes to post 10 things. So I know for a fact I need to block out 30 minutes somewhere. So that way I can commit to 30 minutes instead of me just going all in for one day and then something happens, something happens in my family or something really takes me out of the game and I can't, continue to do the time that I was doing before. So I get overwhelmed and I'm like, oh, no, I can't do this no more. And then I have to start up all that momentum again 2 weeks later when I got my schedule back. No, just do a simple 30 minutes a day, simple hour a day or 2 hours a day, however much time you can commit right now, right? You know your schedule more than me. And you just simply need to commit to that schedule, block out time and just do what you got to do, right? Do what you got to do. Next question. Everyone says no to this opportunity. There's say no to you. Yeah, exactly. Story. Okay, cool. People by people. Okay, know about stories on the actual page. I don't have pics of myself because I don't feel like I can present the business side that people want to see. Okay. So that's completely not true, right? As I said, I kind of answered this on the quote I just gave. There's no ideal businessman, right? You can have the drip, you can have the best suits, that's great, but at the end of the day, as long as you're being true to who you are, I'm going to train on that in a minute. You have to be true to who you are. And, business really starts with you accepting yourself, right? Business starts with you accepting yourself before anyone else can accept you as a mentor, as a coach, as a leader, right? You have to lead your life before you can lead anyone else. I lead by example. I know I'm up at 5 a.m. every single day. So I can tell people to get up at 5 a.m. I can tell, work is not an excuse because I'm living most of my day with productivity, right? So you guys have to have the same mindset as well because I'm leading by example. But if I wasn't leading by example, then I would be a hypocrite. So you have to lead your life before you can lead anyone else's. And it comes to the same with your Instagram page. If you accept yourself, and that's why it always starts with loving yourself. You have to love yourself first before you can love anyone else. All right, it's all internal. You have to accept yourself, and then you're not gonna care if people don't like how you look. You're not gonna care if people don't, because at the end of the day, it's all up here. I'm gonna train on that as we get through this training, but it's all up here anyway. So you said you don't feel like you can present that business side of people that people want to see. There's no ideal business side of you that I want to see. People just want to see you. People just want to know you're real. People want to know that you got a heart. People know that you care. Your picture don't have to get 500 likes, 1,000 likes. People just want to know that you're real. So just take pictures of yourself. Take pictures of what you love. Take pictures of things that inspire you. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Okay? Yep. Yep. Okay. Would you encourage people in your team to create their own videos talking about the business, or would it be better to show more successful people? No. As I said, people want to see who you are. Okay, people want to see who you are. So what I would do, what I teach a lot of people to do, is just make a quick 30-second video, or even a 10-second video on Snapchat, right? So what you simply want to do, you just want to take a quick snap and just tell them who you are. So hey guys, they probably know who you are. Be like, hey, it's Ollie right here. You know, I'm actually a part of this amazing opportunity that I want to share with you, and I'm simply going to be helping you learn how to make 2 extra income streams. So if you're open-minded, reply back to this video and I'll show you how. That's it, right? A call to action. So you've told them who you are, you've told them a bit about what you're doing, helping people make 2 extra incomes, and you've given them a call to action. Okay, this is the last one that I'm going to read out. Sometimes I post a quote, do a little talk on Snapchat. Oh, so is that what they teach you to say? Yeah. Okay. Well, you know what? Someone said, is that what they teach you to say? That's hilarious, right? And I think Guru put this picture up yesterday, right? Guru put this picture up yesterday. He said, I would rather, I can't remember what it says. It says something about, if you spend time with me, I will brainwash you to believe in yourself, right? The people that you're hanging around with, right? I bet that person that sent you that thing, is that what they teach you to say? Just go and ask them, how much are you making a month? Right? They're brainwashed with reality, and that's why they're probably broke. So I would rather be brainwashed and make 6 figures, right? Because I'm brainwashed with my dreams. I can see my goals around me, compared to be brainwashed with the wrong people around me and stay broke. So when I would get remarks like that as I was coming up into this game, people saying, it's not going to work out for you. People saying, it's a scam. Guess what? I would say, all right, I will see you in 5 years. I'll see you in 5 years. These guys will probably be doing 3-4 years at university. They'll come out looking for a job. And I've only been doing this for 2 to 3 years now. So I've got another 2 years. I've already made 6 figures. So what are they saying now? So when I get messages like that, I don't let it get to me. I don't let everyone speak into my heart. So I wouldn't even reply. I wouldn't even entertain it. But I would make a mental note of it. And I'll say, I will see you, right? I will see you 5 years from now. And that should fuel you. When someone gives you a negative comment or someone doesn't believe in you, take that as fuel. Don't let it put you down. Take it as fuel to get to the next level. Take it as fuel to go harder. Take it as fuel to make this thing work, right? Because it's going to happen. Do you think it didn't happen to me, right? The only reason why I am where I am right now is because I've gone through that more than you. And with a lot of people, they go through it and they give up straight away. And that's why they don't win here. Okay, so this is really just a game of consistency and never giving up. It's a game of endurance. It's a marathon, right? And these are little obstacles, these are little hurdles that you have to overcome. People that are on low frequencies. And that's the thing with this business. It lets everyone in. So everyone's got their opinion, but guess what? Their opinion doesn't pay them, right? If that person ain't made 6 figures, why would you listen to them? Okay, so keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing, because guess what? There's going to be 2 things from that anyway. They're either going to join you or they're just going to keep watching. That's it. Let them keep watching, all right? So let's get into today's training. Okay, that was a good quick Q&A. I hope that really helped you guys. And again, today, if you didn't do it yesterday, make sure you post 10 times a day about the business, about what you're doing. Make sure your hotel sign is up. Make sure people know that you're in business, all right? Let's go straight into the next thing. Okay, so we're going to plan your day. I'm going to show you guys how to have a successful day. I've done a training like this on Sunday. Okay, so I'm going to go into it again today. I'm going to show you how to plan your day out. Someone should do Q&A more. Yeah, for sure. I'll do a Q&A every morning, all right? Anything you guys are struggling with. That's what this is like. It's more intimate, right? It's more intimate. You may be in bed right now. You may be up right now, but it's like some more of a one-to-one conversation because I get very busy in the day. So this is the best time to do it. Okay, so we're now going to go and plan your day. I'm going to show you how to have the most productivity in your day, right? Step number 1, we spoke about this, right? We spoke about this. Identify the dominant goal of your day. Identify the dominant goal. So a lot of people, they have wasteful days because they didn't have a goal. So what's your goal today, right? What are you going to get done today? Okay, so whilst you're taking notes, just actually write that down. What's the goal today? What's the motive? What's going to happen today? All right? What am I going to make shake in my business today? What trades am I catching today? What is your goal? Are you going to trade more today? Are you going to build the business more today? Right? Are you going to do more social media today? What's the goal? Okay, so set that goal now. And even though it's 10:30, you know, you've kind of started this day already. It's never too late. You can still win the day. It's still the morning, right? So set the goal for today. I want you to write it out. Identify. Step number one, if you want to have a successful day every day, step number one is identify the dominant goal of the day. All right, identify the dominant goal of the day. And whilst you write that down, I want you to say what your dominant goal of today is. What is your dominant goal today? What are you going to get done today? What has to get done before you get to sleep? Right? Does P150 have to get done today before you get to sleep? Do you have to catch, I don't know, 50 pips before you go to sleep? Right? What do you need to get done today? Okay, step number two, view today as it is a preparation and investment for tomorrow. All right? If you can have that mindset every day, you're going to continuously grow. Because if you just have a day and you think like, oh, this is the last day, this is the day, and you don't prepare for tomorrow, then you're going to have that same mindset every day. And it's something that you kind of get trained. You know, no one really tells you to plan for tomorrow. So you just live your life living for today. You just live your life living in the moment. And that's not what successful people do. You know, I remember when I was coming up in the game, even Vungbo, my mentor, Chairman 25, he said, if you don't plan tomorrow, you're self-employed. He said, you're not a business owner if you don't plan tomorrow. If you don't plan tomorrow, you're self-employed. You're back in the 95%. Just it's like you're not employed. It's like you don't know where you're working. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what the goal is for tomorrow. And you know, you don't want to set, goals that are like, okay, cool, I need to get this done today. You want to set 5-year goals. You want to set a goal for 5 years. You want to set A, B, you got your A type goals, your B type goals, your C type goals. Set those goals, but make sure every day is getting you closer towards the long-term goal. Every day, right? So your goal might be in 5 years, you're going to make $1 million. How is tomorrow going to get you in a step in that direction? So you should be breaking down how every day is going to get you to that $1 million. Or you might want to go chairman in 6 months. So do the maths. What do you have to do every single day to get chairman in 6 months? What do you have to do every day to get chairman in a year? Right? That's what you have to do. That's how you got to be thinking. That's what the mentality has to be. All right? So every day has to be an investment of preparation for tomorrow. That's step number 2. So, what's the plan for tomorrow? Start preparing for tomorrow today. David said this on his call last night. He said, start preparing for 2020 now. That's how I know he's on the frequency. He said, start preparing for 2021 today. People already prepare for 5 years to go, right? People plan 5 years from now, and that's why they're successful. They're preparing 5 years from today. They know what's going to happen. I know. I think I showed you guys this yesterday. My goals are prepared for 5 years, 10 years from now. That's my frequency. I can't wait till I get on a plane that's going to take me out of this world. It sounds crazy, but it's going to happen. There's going to be planes that take you out of Earth. And I'm going to be getting on one. I can't wait. Right? You'll see it in the next 5 years. It's going to be coming out. So that's how you got to stay growing. You always got to have knowledge so you know what's coming out. Right? So you know what's going to happen in 10 years. Because guess what? Why would you set your 10-year goal for something that's currently here today? Don't you think in 10 years it's going to be dated? Don't you want something new in 10 years? Right? So that's how you got to think. That's how I think. In 10 years, I know that this is going to be coming out. I know that there's going to be planes taking me to space. So why don't I go for that? Why am I going to set my 10-year goal to get a Lamborghini that's out today? In 10 years, there's going to be 10 more Lamborghinis that are better than that. So you got to start thinking ahead. You got to start thinking in the future, right? Step number 3, name the day. Name the theme of the day, right? Step number 3, name the theme of today. Should read in the comments. Okay, perfect. Let's go, Diane. All right, you done 4 out of 10 for today. Let's go. I saw you put 7. No, we're doing 10. We're doing 10 posts on Instagram today, not 7. Coachable and teachable, right? Coachable and teachable. 10, not 7. Okay, so let's raise the bar. But step number 3, name the theme of your day. What's today going to be? Is today going to be a great day? Yeah, it's going to be great. But great in what? Is today going to be a trading day? Is today going to be a prospecting day? Is today going to be a phase 1 day? Is today going to be, I'm going to go out there and present my business today? Is today going to be the launch day? Right? Are you launching your business today? Is today going to be a learning day? I'm going to study on the academy today. I'm going to be on Go Live today. Name the theme of today, right? What's the theme of your day? If I didn't ask you that, who would ask you? And if I didn't ask you that, would you have a theme today? Probably not, right? People don't wake up saying, oh yeah, it's going to be my theme of today. And if you can do that every day, you're done. You're gone, right? You're gone. You're gone clear, because people aren't doing these things, okay? Step number 4, prophesize your day. Prophesize your day. How's your day going to work for you? How's your day going to plan out for you? What's going to happen today? This person's going to join my business today. This trade's going to make me this amount of money today. This is going to happen at 1 p.m. This is going to happen at 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m. This is going to happen. I know it's going to happen. Prophesize it, right? I say this all the time. If you can see it in your mind, you can be it on your grind. If you can see Chairman 10 on your mind, you'll be a Chairman 10 on your grind. It's going to come off on your posture. It's going to come off on how you speak. It's going to come off on how you think, all right? How you do everything. So that's why you have to have the dominating goal in your mind all the time. And you got to prophesize it. So if you see yourself having a great day, what makes your day great? What happens every hour on the hour to make your day great? Because your ideal great day might be completely different to mine, right? So what makes a great day great for you? And prophesize that into your day. Say it out loud, right? Say it out loud, okay? The next step, number 5, standardize parts of your day, right? Standardize the time that you wake up. Standardize the time that you go to sleep. Standardize the time that you prospect, right? When you standardize things in your life, you have more time to enjoy life. It sounds crazy, but people that you see enjoying life right now, that are living their best life, once upon a time, they had the most structured days ever. David Ameniti had the most structured day ever. Even Tapia, Matt Rosa, Jason Brown, Bryce Thompson, Joshua Stewart, they had the most structured days ever. So it's a short-term sacrifice for a long-term gain. Because now if you look at them today, they're living their best life. The jet skis, you know, the ones that are still grinding, they're still grinding. But guess what? The ones that are living their best day, they finished the process. Well, there's always an ongoing process, but they finished the part that we can see. They're now on another journey right now, right? So you got to standardize parts of your day, standardize times that you're going to be sleeping. I know I need to be up at 5 a.m. every single day, so I need to be at bed maybe before 2, so I can get at least 3 hours. Because I know how I act when I got 3 hours sleep. All right, so I aim to get to bed at 1 and wake up at 5. That's standard. So now because I've done that, I know that I'm gonna have 20 hours of my day to be productive. But guess what? If I didn't do that, if I didn't have a structure in my day, I would just be running around everywhere like a headless chicken. Someone say, "Oh, this is going on. Could you do this meeting for me?" I'll be like, "Yeah." "Could you do this?" "Yeah." And there's no structure to that. And that's when, you know, if you look at it, focus everywhere is focus nowhere. Energy everywhere is energy nowhere. So you need to structure your day, standardize parts of your day, okay? Number 6, I like this. Identify 3 things that are going to inspire you today, right? Identify 3 things that are going to inspire you today, right? What are 3 things that will inspire you? You know, before I done this, I done a call with my mom. I just call my mom and say, "Hey, just checking in, how are you?" Right? And that inspires me. Some of you guys, you don't actually know, you don't actually do, and you might have your mom as your goal, but when's the last time you checked up on your mom? If you don't live with, I don't live with my mom, right? But, you know, let's say, you know, you got a partner that inspires you. When's the last time you checked up on your partner? Just had a, hey, because that's going to inspire you to go out there and be great today. Me speaking to my mom, I'm like, listen, yeah, you're retired now, but let's go out there and get you a house in Jamaica. Let's go and work hard for that now. Because you need to be constantly reminded about why you're grinding. You need to be constant. The reason why a lot of people are stagnant in business because they forget. They forget the reason why. The reason why isn't the dominant thought. They forget about it. And guess what? It's like, oh, yeah, I'm just here now. If that's your mindset, then why are you going to go hard? The reason why I go hard every day, because I know why I'm going hard. I know who I'm doing this for. I know why I need to get the job done. And a lot of people, they don't. So that's why they get stagnant and they just focus on what's happening today, right? So identify 3 things that are going to inspire you today. Write them down. Go and look at them, right? Is it your promotion song? When you hit Platinum 5000 or Chairman 10 or Platinum 2000, or, you know, you're getting promoted on Super Sunday. Go write that down. Go visualize it. Go imagine it. Okay, 3 things that will inspire you today. Okay, it could be a a watch that you're going to get as your chairman gift, or, you know, something you're going to reward yourself with as a chairman gift. I said to myself, I'm only going to get this specific cologne when I hit chairman 10, right? So I'd think about it all the time. I'd think about the smell. I would literally, what I used to do, funny story, I used to go into Selfridges. I used to, if any of you guys know me, I used to go into Selfridges and Harrods, and I would just spray that. And they get annoyed with me. They'll be like, "You gonna buy it?" I said, "Don't worry, I'm coming back one day," right? So, because David had that same cologne, and I loved it. I said, "Listen, I need that." Clean duplication, right? But I said, I need that. But I said, I'm only gonna get, I had the money to get it because it's like £500, but I said, I need to get it once I'm a chairman. So guess what? That inspired me, and I think about that often. It was a dominating thought. So write down 3 things that are going to inspire you to do better today. Write down 3 things that you need to think about that's going to make you go harder today. You do that every day, trust me, you're going to be so much more productive. You're going to be so much more effective. Right? When you lose sight of the goal, guess what? You stop moving towards it. When you lose sight of the end goal, that's why David always says this. He says, begin with the end in mind. Start today. If you're brand new, what's the end goal? And if you don't know, then start thinking about it. The end goal, financial freedom, you know, kids, mansions, Lamborghinis, freedom. Begin with that end in mind and think about it all the time. Okay. Number 8, of course, is rest is the C for hope. All right, so you do need to make sure you're resting. I feel good. Today I slept for 4 hours, so I felt better than yesterday. Yesterday I slept for like 3 hours. It was a crazy night last night. But, you know, you do need to make sure you're resting your body. You do need to make sure you're resting. But I want to talk about that because you don't want to rest for too much. You don't want to be sleeping 8 hours a day. I'll be real. Like, if you ain't made 8 figures, why are you sleeping for 8 hours? If you ain't made 7 figures, why are you sleeping for, someone said, what was 7? 7 was, okay, I think I skipped 7 actually. Yeah, I did. My bad. All right. Number 7 is journal 3 things about your day. All right. Journal 3 things about your day. Okay. Journal 3 things about your day that you feel good about. Okay. That's very important. And I would even go the extra mile. I would say have a gratitude list. I write every morning. If you follow me on Instagram, you see every morning I'm writing gratitude. I'm saying I'm so happy and grateful. All right. I'm so happy and grateful. I say what I'm grateful for that I've achieved and accomplished, but I also say what I want to go out there and achieve and accomplish. And you got to be able to do that too. All right. You gotta be able to move forward. You gotta think that you've accomplished something that you want so you can go out there and accomplish it. Right. I talk about this story a lot. This is gonna be the last time I talk about it. But I have Rolexes everywhere in my house. Everywhere. Like there's one up there on the ceiling, there's one behind me, there's one here, there's one, like, you guys think this is a joke? There's one right here. I can just pluck them left, right, and center. There's some in my bathroom. I've got stuff like this everywhere, like literally everywhere. And I used to put it on my watch. Like I used to put it on my wrist like this, and it even looks like it's real right now on the camera. But I would do stuff like this all the time, and I'd squint my eyes and be like, "Oh, got a Rolex. It looks nice, right?" And you know, I would do that again and again and again. And you know, if you look today, it showed up, right? So it's really important that you're doing these things. It's really important that you're saying, I'm so happy and grateful now that I've got that Rolex, even though you don't have it right now, right? You're so happy and grateful now that you're a chairman 10, even though you're not a chairman 10 in the physical right now, because when you say it, you're speaking it. So it's already becoming a thing spiritually. So you just got to wait the course of time for it to show up, right? So you got to be saying, I'm so happy and grateful now I got the house. I'm so happy and grateful now I got the family that I want. I'm so happy and grateful now I've got beautiful children. I'm so happy and grateful now I've got a beautiful mansion. I'm so happy and grateful now I've got an island. Say that you're happy and grateful now for it. The reason why is because the only way you can become one with a goal, right? Because right now you're here and the goal's over here. The only way you can become one with that goal is through love and gratitude, right? So you have to be grateful. You have to be grateful. You have to be grateful for the small things. I say I'm so happy and grateful now I got a roof over my head. I'm so happy and grateful now for the clothes that I'm wearing. I'm so happy and grateful now I had breakfast this morning. I'm so happy and grateful now I can breathe, I can walk, I can talk. I'm grateful for God. I say I'm grateful for everything. And then I say I'm grateful for things that I don't even currently have right now to this day, but I know I'm going to go out there and get. Because guys, if it can work for this, if it can work for chairman, if it can work for this, do you not think it can work for anything else? And once you get to that level, you've seen it works for you. Like, it's like, why would you not do it? Why would you not do it? All right. Why would you not do it? Why would you be on this call right now and just question it? If you can see live proof, why not do it? What have you got to lose? All right. It's going to take maybe all of the signs around my room. It took me maybe 3 to 4 hours to print out and cut out. But guess what? 3 to 4 hours is still nothing. Compare that to the hours you got in a week. Compare that to the hours you got in a month. Right? So it's worth it. But it's the small things that people miss out. It's the simple things that are simple to do that are also easy not to do. All right, simple things are easy to do and they're easy not to do. Right? So sometimes it's not the big nugget that you need. Sometimes it's not prospect, post 10 times a day. It's not the work that you need to hear. It's the simple little things. It's the small things you're missing sometimes. All right. I said this yesterday. I said all the time people are looking at the mountain, the mountain that they want to get to, the big goal, the chairman 10, the chairman 100. They're looking at that goal, and it's the small things. That's that small little rock that's going to trip you up on the way. Right. So you want to make sure that you're not getting tripped up by the little things. You want to make sure you're looking at the ground, but you're also looking up as well. You look down, you keep your head down, you know where you're going today, tomorrow, and the week ahead, but you're also looking up to see the end goal. Okay. And number 8, that was number 7. Number 8 is rest is the sea of hope. Make sure you're rest. Make sure you're rejuvenized. But Michael Jordan sleeps for 4 hours. I'm here to let you know today, David Amanite sleeps for 4 to 5 hours. Donald Trump sleeps for 3 hours. Why are you sleeping for 7? Why are you sleeping for 5? Why are you sleeping for 6? Why are you sleeping for 8? Like, I don't get it. I actually don't get it. Like, are you a superhuman that you need extra sleep than everyone else? And I know some philosophers, they say, oh yeah, sleep for 8 hours. But why? 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 If great people that have great results don't sleep for that long, why are you? Like, why? I felt like, who am I to be sleeping for 8 hours when Michael Jordan, David Amanite, I'm pretty sure all the top leaders don't, Donald Trump, even though some of you guys don't like him, he's a great business guy. He is, right? He's a business icon, right? Robert Kiyosaki, you might not like him, but they're business icons. What do you want to be? You don't have to be like them. You don't need their personality, but I'm pretty sure you want to be a business icon as well. So why are you sleeping for longer than them? That's all success is, right? Success isn't hard, but it's not simple. Let me tell you a bit about success. It's not hard because all you have to do is find someone that has the results you've got, right, and follow them. That's it. I found a mentor that had the 6 figures I wanted when I first started, and I followed them and I achieved 6 figures. Right? Now I got a mentor that's got 7 figures, that's got 8 figures. So I'm following them until that goal turns out for me as well. If it can happen for 6, I'm sure it can happen for 7 and 8. Right? It's just a journey. So that's all you have to do. But a lot of people, they're not coachable, they're not teachable to a sense of they don't want to do that. They feel like their way is the best way. Right? There's a thing about this, and it's like, I'm looking for people that can run the play, but not only run the play, they can run the play the way the play is meant to be ran. Not their way, not their own eyes of how I'm going to run this play. You want to run the play the way the play is meant to be run. Don't try and reinvent the wheel. Some of you guys, you're just trying to reinvent the wheel. You're trying to do your own thing, which is cool, but you don't need to do that. There's a system, follow the system, get results, and you're good. All right? So that's a bit about rest. Now, this is what I'm really excited about, right? This is what I'm really excited about. Legit, if there's a recording of this call, I would listen to it daily. Yeah, I'm recording. It's going to be on YouTube. Okay? But cool. So, cool. This is what we're going to close on today. And I know this is just going to add a lot of fire to you guys. We all know Michael Jordan. We all know he's a great, admire the guy to bits. And I watched The Last Dance, I think 3 weeks ago. And it's actually changed my life. It's changed my life. Like, before, I would need to sleep for 6 hours at least. I think, what? You don't sleep for 6 hours? That's crazy. That's probably how some of you guys are thinking right now. But he's so keen on, exercising the mind. The same way you exercise your body, you exercise your muscles, exercise your mind as well. And when you really exercise your mind, it's like you can do whatever you want. Like, I've been seeing that. And last night I slept for 4 hours and I felt like I slept for 6 or 7 or 8. I feel fully rested from 4 hours sleep. And I'm like, if you told me that 3 weeks ago, I'd be like, are you crazy? All right, so you have to exercise your mind. And I can't wait to share these philosophies with you guys because I know these philosophies are going to change the game. So he was getting interviewed. A lot of these are from interviews, and I just like to take certain snippets that can resonate with us on our journey. And I know this is really going to help you. So when he was playing basketball and baseball as well, he was the first person before the sun went up and the last person, right, to leave the field every day. Wow. He was the first person on the court and the last person to leave. He was the first person before the sun before the sun went up, he was up, going to the courts, going to the fields. Michael Jordan. That's what made him great. Not the fact that people, he said this, people feel like God just gave me the gift of basketball. No. Hard work beats talent all the time. And he said that. He said maybe there's a perception that I'm just a God mode of a human. No, I worked for this. I work my ass off every day for this. And that should be your mindset with this. Whether it's mastering the skill of trading, whether it's you going chairman, work your ass off every single day. When I heard that, I'm not going to lie, even me, I felt so uncomfortable. I said, I think I'm working now and I'm sleeping for 6-7 hours of a day. I ain't working, right? I'm not working. Because me sleeping for 6-7 hours, Michael Jordan had 3 less hours than me. So he's already outworking me. And I said, no, that can't happen for me. So I need to be able to be in that position where I'm outworking everyone. You're sleeping for more than me, then obviously don't kill yourself. Don't try and sleep for like 1 hour a day. Like, that ain't gonna work. But you get the gist, right? So the next thing, I love this. He said, don't be afraid to try. The worst thing that can happen is that it didn't pan out as well as you envisioned, but at least you gave it a shot. And when I speak to my friends about the business, I'm going to start saying that. If I was you, I'd write that down. That's a good way to close. But don't be afraid to try. The worst thing that can happen is it didn't pan out as well as you envisioned, but at least you gave it a shot. It's the same thing with you. If you're going to go and DM someone on Instagram, don't be afraid to try. Shoot your shot. What's going to happen? They're either going to reply or they don't, right? If you're not 100% sure about the trade, shoot your shot. What's going to happen? It's going to hit stop loss. Make sure you're using the correct risk management, right? But you get the gist, right? The only thing that's going to happen is that it didn't pan out. And when you can really look at that and just look at that kind of, that level, you have that aspect on things, it changes the whole entire game, okay? He says this, he says, you miss every shot you don't take. Ooh, right? You miss every shot you don't take. Are you crazy? Right? So for these people that say, oh, I don't want to try trading. That's your paradigm. I'm not even trying to hear that. Right? I guarantee if I sat down with Michael Jordan and I showed him the opportunity, do you think he's not going to take it? Of course he's going to take the opportunity. That's a good thought, actually. I might need to go tell him about this, right? He would be a good prospect. But he's going to take the opportunity. Why? Because he understands that you missed every shot that you don't take. If I sit down with someone and say, no, I don't want to try, I'm going to say, you miss every shot you don't take. Shoot your shot. You might make 6 figures from it. That's the thing. If I can make 6 figures from this and I just shot my shot, then why can't you? Right? The next thing, he said this, the favorite player to play against is myself. Right? The favorite player to play, someone asked him, who's your favorite player to play against in the league? He said, myself. Right? He battles with himself to keep challenging himself. When you start to compare yourself to other people and, this person, hit P2000 and, I didn't hit it yet, or this person hit P150 and I've been here for 3 more months than them. It's like, don't worry about them. I do this when I'm running. Like when I'm running and I look at other people that are in front of me and I say, I'm going to overtake you. I'm going to do it because I'm faster than you. And it's like, I just feel like I'm going slower, even though I'm probably not. I'm still going at the same pace, but because I'm focused on them, I'm just slowing down. But when I put my head down and I just look down at my feet, and I literally just do this, I look down at my feet and I always catch up and I overtake eventually. But when I'm focusing on someone else, it naturally slows you down because all you're doing is focusing on them. And it's the same thing with you in the business. If you're comparing yourself to someone all the time and you say, this person's P2000, what? This person's going to go P5000, what? It's like, you're gonna that energy that you could take from putting onto someone, put it on yourself and see what happens, right? And it's like with the horses. When you see a horse, they got these little shelters on their eyes. You know why? It's so when they're running, they can't look left and they can't look right. They just look straight. That's why. It's not because the sun's too bright for their eyes. It's because they need to focus. And some of you guys, you need the shelters on your eyes. You need to focus on your goals. Have your goals. and don't look left and don't look right. Just look at your goal every second of the day, right? The biggest player that you should play against is yourself. Okay. He said the only player that can stop you is yourself as well, right? So be careful of what you're feeding your mind. Someone that sends me a negative DM on Instagram, or when I Snapchat message them and they reply horribly, that's not going to stop me. Why? Because they're just an obstacle. What will stop me is how I perceive that message. I can perceive that message and say, yeah, that's good because I'm going through the numbers. I need to get the no's to get to the yeses, and I'm going to keep going positively, or my mindset is going to be, oh man, I don't know if this is for me, man. You know, this person just said that person's probably nothing to you anyway. They're probably not that influential in your life. It's not your mom, it's not your dad. And even if it was, they probably don't have the goals that you have anyway, right? So the only player that can stop you is yourself. The next thing, his competitive drive is greater than anyone he's ever met. And that's what changes our entire organization. And it's going to change your life too. Sometimes they say it's bad to be competitive. No, it's not. It's not. Is it wrong to be the great? Is it wrong to want to be the great? No. Sometimes some people, you're just not competitive enough. Like, you're not. You say, oh, it's fine, my time's coming. Oh, it's fine, you can score this shot. I'm gonna take mine next year. Like, bro, come on. Tomorrow ain't promised. Tomorrow is not promised for you. It's not promised, right? So I feel like as people, we need to get more competitive, and you need to figure out what gets you going. Why do you need to win, right? Not just why are you doing the business. Why do you need to win? Why do you need? And it's not about having an ego. It's not about wanting to be the best. And maybe it could be about that, but there's nothing wrong with wanting to be the best, right? That's what you should aim to be every day, the best. You should aim to be great every single day. Michael Jordan, because it's good to look at it from Michael Jordan's perspective, because he is the greatest in basketball. He's the greatest basketballer that's ever, played the game. So when he's speaking about his mindset, people can understand why it makes sense. But if it was a normal person saying this, oh no, it's not good to be competitive. Oh no, it's good. Someone that's got the results says it's good to be competitive. And for you, maybe right now, on this call, the results that have led up to the lifestyle that you're living right now is because you lack that competitiveness. You got to become more competitive, right? You got to become a winner, because we're not here to lose. You wasn't born to lose. So never ever get content, never get comfortable with losing. Never get comfortable with coming second. Never ever. Second's not on my name. Never. Never. Right? You might not win everything. You might not win every battle, but I know I'll win every war. And no one's going to outwork me. Period. Period. That's how he thinks. So, got the results, man. You got to duplicate it. Right? So, the next thing was this. He has failed over and over and over again. Right? I like this. He's failed over and over and over again in his life, and that's why he succeeds. Right? He fails over and over and over again. There's a quick clip that said, people feel like I score every game-winning shot. He doesn't. He doesn't score every game-winning shot. He probably missed, I think he missed, there's a percentage of how many he's missed, but he just always puts himself in the position to score as many game-winning shots as possible. Some of you guys don't put yourself in that position to score the game-winning shot. Some of you guys don't put yourself in that position to even go P150. So how can you be mad when someone else goes P150? How can you be mad when someone else goes chairman when you haven't even done half as many presentations as them? When you haven't developed half the leadership that they've got? When you haven't done half the work that they've got, but you're envying their results? No. Go out there and get as many no's. Go out there and travel up and down the UK and travel up and down the world for conventions. Go broke and do all of these crazy things. And then envy if you haven't got the results. But I'm telling you, you have the results, so you won't even be envious. Right? So he's failed more than anyone else, and that's why he succeeds. So you need to have the mindset of, I'm here to fail. Not in the long run, but you need to fail forward. All I did in this game was fail forward. Presentation, I started, I got nervous. I didn't even like speaking in front of people at one time. I was thinking, what are they thinking about me? When I'm looking them in the eye, but I was failing forward because now I don't have that. I don't have those thoughts. All right. And you're probably thinking like, wow, I never even think you thought like that. Yeah, it's normal. You're going to go through it. I went through it, right? But I put myself in those positions. And if I failed, I failed. but you never really fail. There's never ever a loss. There's a lesson. The L is not for loss. The L is for lesson. You're always learning. So if something didn't go well, remember what he said? It just didn't pan out the way that you thought it would. But there's always something to take from that. All right. The next one. All he thought about was following his passion and doing what he was good at and letting that open up opportunities for him. Why don't you develop the skill set of trading, or why don't you go chairman and then start to think about left, right, and center? But too many times, imagine Michael Jordan in the beginning of his career, he got the Nike deal. Imagine if he started taking all these other deals and started doing loads of other business stuff. He wouldn't be as great as he is today because he wouldn't be focused. Some of you guys aren't focused. You're focusing about this, you're focusing about this, you're thinking about that and this. You've got 10 other businesses going on. Now, how do you honestly expect to succeed in a quick space of time with 10 things going on? I'm not saying it's not possible, but you got real estate and you got drop shipping and you got left, right, and center, and you got this and YouTube and all of these things. Just focus on one thing. If Michael Jordan had to focus, you can see in his lifestyle now, he's a billionaire. But he focused on basketball for like 20 years straight, nothing else. And guess what? It's like those deals or these opportunities aren't going to go anywhere. So when you finish this opportunity, there's still going to be time for you to go out there and take the next one. All right? But you have to be focused. You could word focus, follow one course until successful. Okay? I like this. He said the mental skills came from his coaches. So someone said, what's better about the basketball from your point of view, the mentality or, the physical side of things? He said, well, he likes the mental side. And he said his mental skills came from his coaches. You have to take everything you learn and apply it to the game. Whew, right? The mental is the part that separates the good players from the greats. So you need to be working on this every single day. And that's why we're doing calls like this every single day, right? We're working on your mentality every single day. That's why you got to be tapped in. That's why you got to be plugged in. Even me, I'm working on my mentality every single day. Why? So I can pour into you guys. So I can give you guys what I'm learning. I didn't have to watch this about Michael Jackson. I could have watched football. I could have watched Netflix. But what would I have to talk to you guys about? Right? So you're always on that growth. You're always growing. And the mentality is what separates the good from the greats. Go drop in the chat box what you want to be. Do you want to be good or do you want to be great? Go and drop in the chat box which one you want to be. So I know who I'm talking to, right? Do you want to be good or do you want to be great? Right? Ben, Talita, Shaq, I see you. You want to be great. That's what we're here to be. We're here to be great and nothing less. We're here to be great. God made you to be great. God made you in his image, which is great. So why are you here to lose? Why are you here to be second? Why are you here to be average, mediocre? It's not our portion. We're here to be great. All right? So you have to work on that mentality. That's what's going to separate you. And what did he say? He learned everything from his coaches. Find a coach. Stay accountable to your coach. It could be me. It could be Zayn Khan. It could be Sharman. It could be your immediate person that signed you up into this opportunity. Find a coach. It could be someone on Instagram that has the results that you want. But make sure they're doing what you're doing as well. All right. There's no point of finding a coach in baseball and you're doing business. They might have some philosophies that are the same, but they ain't going to be talking about what you want. They're going to be talking about the MLB. I think that's the name of the league. You're talking about chairman. They're talking about MLB. It's not going to work. So find a coach that's doing what you're doing that can give you the coaching. And it doesn't even have to be like this. It doesn't even have to be on a call. It could be from the story. They might be posting stuff that hits you and makes you want to go to the next level. That's what a coach should be able to do. People feel like they need an instant mentor. They need one-to-one mentorship. No. If you get mentored from me one-on-one, you're going to be getting this information. The same information you can get on this call is the same information you get one-on-one. But what makes me want to coach someone, what makes me want to mentor someone is if they're going to apply the information. And if they apply it, they're going to get results. And then, of course, I'm going to want to work with you. But if you can't even apply this to get results, then why would a coach? Why? You got to ask yourself, why should a coach pick me? Why should a mentor pick me? Why should I be mentored? And when that's your mindset, you're going to make sure you go above and beyond to get results. But sometimes it's like, I'm just going to give this a shot. You don't want mentorship. You don't want coach. You don't want what you've asked for. Okay? So the last 3 points. Exercise your mind, right? If you have a good game, your game is going to say that. You don't have to say it yourself. Let your game be your promotion and your marketing, right? You don't have to say you're the best trader, or you don't have to say, I'm a chairman or I'm going chairman. Let your actions do the talking for you, right? You don't have to be the loudest in the room. Let your results do the talking for you. That's the mindset from now on. You don't have to be this person. You don't have to be. Just go out there and let your mind let your mind speak. All right, let your belief speak. I think David says this, right? He says your action, right? Your action is the evidence that you believe what you said, right? So when someone says, I'm a chairman, your actions is the evidence that you believe that you're a chairman. Because you know, everyone gets fired up in the moment. I'm a chairman, scream, ah. But where's the action? So you're just not believing. You don't really believe what you said. You don't really believe what you said you're going to do. Because if you did believe it, you'd be putting in that work, right? The last two, I think I said this one. No, I didn't actually. Be true to the game because the game will be true to you. All right? Be true to the game because the game will be true to you. If you shortcut the game will shortcut you. If you put forth effort, good things will be bestowed onto you. And that's true about life too. Right? So you got to be true to yourself. You got to be true to the game. You can't shortcut this game. You can't go and pay for Instagram likes or go and pay for Instagram followers. At the end of the day, it's not going to amount to anything. They're fake anyway. Right? But you can't get fake results. You can't. There's no way that you can get around the hard work. You're going to have to put the work in. I understood that. So I said, I may as well put the work in now when I was 19. I said, I'd rather put the work in now compared to when I'm 40. All right? So put the work in now because guess what? In 5 years, you're going to look back and think, oh, wow, I'm here now because I put the work in 5 years ago. I deserved it. Michael Jordan is where he is because he put the work in 20 years ago. All right? Someone said, can I repeat the last quote? Be true to the game. Write this down. Be true to the game because the game will be true to you. If you shortcut the game, you will shortcut yourself. All right? If you put forth effort, good things will be bestowed onto you, and that's true about life too. All right? So you have to be true. Always be true to yourself. Right? Never ever try shortcut anything. Never try and, skip the queue. Sometimes you got to wait your turn. David said that to me. He said, if you're doing what you're saying that you're doing, it's just a game of patience. You just got to be patient. You got to have the perfect patience that has all understanding, right? All understanding. So your business might not be growing right now, but you're patient, right? Your trading account might not be growing right now, but you're understanding. Your time is coming. So you got to do, you got to understand. Last thing is this. He said this. He said, one day at 50, you may see me playing basketball. Never say never. Limits are like fears, right? And they're often an illusion. Limits are like fears that are often illusions, right? So a limit is an illusion. A fear is an illusion. They're all illusions. And when he said that, I was like, wow. So he's actually being serious. He's being serious. You could see him playing basketball at 50 because limits and fears are often like illusions, right? Well, not even like, they are illusions. So what you're scared about, it's an illusion. Sometimes you have to go through that fire. When you see a ring of fire and you're like, oh, I'm going to burn and die, just run through it quickly and the fire doesn't even touch you. You just go straight through it. But you could be that person on the outside of the fire that's just so scared and you're just so fearful of what that quick burst is going to do that you don't actually do it, right? So don't be scared. You got to go out there. You got to run through the fire. Just go through that ring of fire and see what happens, right? So that's the truth about when it comes to fears, when it comes to limits. You feel like you're limitless. I thought like I couldn't sleep I thought like I needed 8 hours a day, 7 hours a day. I thought I needed that. So no one ramp with my sleep. Don't play with my sleep. Some of you guys are like, don't ramp with my sleep, I need my sleep. With me, I said, listen, I was the same, but it's an illusion. Or you might have a limit in the game, or you might even only be making 200 a day trading. And you've never made 300 a day. That's a limit and you think, I'm only good enough to make 200 pounds a day. Watch, you can make 300. When you're running your laps, you might only feel like you can run 1 lap. Go and do it. You're going to run 2. You're doing push-ups. You might feel like you can only do 10. Go and raise the limit. Go and raise the limit. It's only an illusion. It's all an illusion, right? So you know, that really hit me. So I'm going to read that one more time for you. He said, one day at 50, you may see me playing basketball. Never say never, number one. So you should never say never, number one. And then he said, limits and fears are often an illusion, right? Limits and fears are often an illusion. I think my autocorrect there is a bit, you know, funny. But yeah, you know, I just wanted to give you guys that knowledge, man. I wanted to give you guys that wisdom. This isn't really a fire up call. This isn't really a call of let's go, but it's a call of this is it, man. This is the information. And if you take this information, I know you can really fly and get to the next level. So guys, 10 times a day, post 10 a day. Go drop a 10 in the chat if you're going to make 10 posts about your business today. Go drop a 10 in the chat if you got value from this call. Go drop a 10 in the chat if you feel like you're ready to go and master your day. If you feel like you're ready for these 24s. If you feel unstoppable. If you feel, you know, the best thing that's ever walked on this world. If you feel like the best. If you feel like you are that winner. If you feel great, go drop a 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. I see the chat box going crazy. But listen, family, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And, you know, I appreciate your time. It's been a bit of a longer call. Not every call is going to be as this long. But I appreciate you guys for taking out your time. So if you enjoyed the call, go into the ICE chats, go into your chats and just let people know that you enjoyed it. Tell them to make sure they're here tomorrow, same time, 10 a.m. Make sure they're plugging into Pips for Breakfast as well. Appreciate you guys. Let's win. Love you guys. Let's go. Have a great day. God bless you.